You don't say that I'm blessed. I done been put to the test. Pass, now it's on to the next. Tell me who you gon' check. Bossed up, sign the checks. Careful so you don't wreck.
Hi, Legacy. How y'all doing? We're back again with another video.
Video cinco.
We're on 5.
Yeah.
We're on 5. I just made a really crazy face because I looked at y'all like.
It's okay. I saw you. It's okay.
We're gonna roll with that.
Yeah, we're gonna keep it
roll
rolling.
with it. All right, let's do it.
All right. We got a good topic for you guys today. All right. So I guess the topic of discussion is gonna be along the lines of, am I enough? Okay. Are you enough? So first question, all right. Why do so many people feel like they're not measuring up, even with everything going for them? Yeah, so who's gonna kickstart that answer right there?
I can start.
Okay.
Okay. Why do so many people feel like they're not measuring up? I feel like social media plays a huge part in that, especially if you see other people around your age or even younger than you that's doing big things and stuff, and you're like, I'm barely making it. I'm barely holding on. I can see why somebody would feel as though they're not measuring up. And then also just society. Like, aside from people that you don't know, people that you do know. Somebody may be, you came from the same place and they made it out and you still working your way out. Yeah, so it's like, and then comparison, I feel like is the biggest part of that. Is because you look at what you're doing, what they're doing, and you're comparing. But I know comparison can hurt you.
Yes, it can.
Comparison can hurt you in the end. And I feel like that's why people feel like they're not measuring up. And then even if stuff is going for them, they may look at what's not working versus what is. Instead of, I don't say instead of, but being focused on what's not happening for them versus what is happening. It'd be hard. It's hard for some people to celebrate their milestones and celebrate even small victories because they're so focused on what they're lacking. And I know that goes back to comparison, is that your whole day will be ruined because of comparing. Maybe you saw a post from somebody that you knew or whatever, and they just got a new car or something. You're like, I've been driving the same car for 6 years. Like, why can't that be me? And then I know that is still your whole joy.
Okay, I was basically gonna say the same thing because literally that's the main reason why. I feel like that's the main reason why people feel like they're not enough, because they see other people and they see that other people are higher ups, maybe sometimes in life, and you're still here. But also, I also think that is a mental thing too, because we have these plans as we're younger that by this age, by this time I want to be married, by this time I need a house, a car, I need to have kids by this time, or if I don't have it by this time, I'm too old. And I think that's why people feel like they're not enough. If everyone just get out that mindset and just live your life how your life is going, just go with the flow, play the cards that you're dealt, everybody will be fine.
I feel like life is gonna be life regardless.
Life gonna life.
It's gonna have ups and downs regardless.
For sure.
Every day is not gonna be rainbows and sunshine.
Right. That's true.
It's like, but you also have to accept the victories that you get. Learn how to be happy. Learn how to learn how to embrace that. Like, even when you have L's, learn how to embrace it.
That's coming with learning how to love yourself too.
For sure.
You need to learn how to spend time with yourself.
For sure.
With your mind.
I feel like I'm getting there.
Yes.
I feel like
absolutely,
I'm really, I'm not saying just getting there, but I'm
As
slowly
some people would
getting
say,
there.
date yourself.
Date yourself. I feel like
Get
that.
to know yourself.
I'm just now getting there because of the postpartum thing, because postpartum is real, and I feel like I'm just now getting back to myself for real, like for real, like you need to get it together.
That's
listen, we can. I got
part
stories.
of life I would never understand.
But no children, just my dog.
Listen.
But no, I do. And then even being a young adult female, dealing with the pressures. I just said earlier, I'm like, dang, everybody get married.
I was just gonna say
Everybody
because
get
you
married.
single.
I'm single.
You
Single, y'all.
single, and I'm not gonna say your age. You single.
And we're back at it
27.
again.
You can say it.
I was, no, 'cause you know, like that's the thing too. Like,
I feel
being
like once you
certain
reach a certain age.
yeah, and you start looking like, is it me? You know what I'm saying? Like, am I the
yeah.
problem?
I've had those questions for even with
Am I
myself.
enough?
I've had that question as well because I've dealt with people who they would say like because of the way I live or because of I'm so involved in church that's too much for them.
Okay.
Or it's like they don't know how to handle me personally, and it's like that's not my problem. That's
Right,
not a me
right,
problem. I was like, but of course I do self-evaluations. What is it that I can work on? I know I dealt with bad communication for a little bit. It's like, but I like to get don't do that. But I like to get a understanding. I like to come to an understanding. But if I do feel like there's no reason to get an understanding, I will pretend like I never met you.
That's crazy.
But some stuff warrant that because people know what they do. People know what they be doing. And so I was like, I'm to not get played or to not, the Bible says to guard your heart with all diligence. So to guard my heart, that was the way I did it. Would just cut people off real quick.
Okay.
But I had to learn like people gonna be people.
Yes.
You show
Lower
grace.
your expectations too.
Lower your
'Cause
expectations of
baby.
people. Yeah, and that was big too. Is like holding people at such a high expectation.
Yeah.
You'll get your feelings hurt.
Well, sometimes too that happens when you have great examples of like what you're presented to you.
For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
When you have somebody set a high standard.
Yeah. And then when they
that's what
talk,
the
talk and
Yeah.
also walk the walk. Like,
Yeah.
and then Dad would always say, like, don't bring home no cream puff. I don't
Yeah.
care what you do. Don't bring home no
Better
cream
not
puff.
have no jelly in that bag.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I'm just like
And so
somebody
you
who's
already know.
hardworking, who ain't afraid to get their hands
Right.
dirty.
Yep. No
build
pretty boy.
something.
Yeah.
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 Handyman, Mr.
Yeah.
Fix It.
Yeah.
So let's say I got stories. I've had my
Somebody
share.
who don't stand in the mirror longer than you. Yeah.
I've had my share of, trial and errors. That's T and E's. But I feel like now it's more so I'm in my waiting season, but it's what you do while you wait that makes the difference.
Yeah.
So it's like I'm not just sitting back like, oh Lord, when is it gonna be me? Oh Lord, checking
You ain't having
the
no pity party.
timeline. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Every now and then I might, but
I get it.
I feel like that's normal. That's
Yeah.
natural.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, I got 1,000 projects going on,
For
and
sure.
so I'm focusing on that stuff. Like I'm
Yeah.
focusing on the gifts that God gave me. I'm focusing on the works that God put in my hands and stuff. So I'm like, I'm straight.
You're not just sitting while waiting.
Yeah,
You're
I'm working,
working.
serving while I wait.
Yes.
Like Ruth, she was working and she found her Boaz.
Yeah.
She's
was
gleaning,
working.
people.
Yeah. So you're in your gleaning season.
What's the next one?
No, answer the question. It's crazy.
Oh, yeah.
Answer the question.
Go
Answer the
ahead.
question.
Okay, I guess I'll make my answer quick. So I can say like from a male perspective, this question, my mom had asked me this question actually like a year and a half ago. I say when I turned 30. It's like, oh, you 30? How does it feel? Do you feel like you're
How does it
accomplished?
feel? Yeah.
Like, I said, no, I don't. And she was like, what? And I had like when she said that, it went from jokingly to like actually me really thinking. Like I mean, my answer, I was serious when I said no. And then as I started explaining why, it was because of I had these goals that I set for myself.
Yes.
I had an idea of how I wanted life to go for myself by the time I got 30, and it's like it didn't happen. So it was like because it didn't happen, I felt like I failed myself. You know what I mean? And because of that, that's the only thing I was focusing on. And then because of social media, you have those famous questions. What do you bring to the table? Now, I'm already in a relationship. I'm already married.
Right.
You get no questions.
We still have a table, though.
We do, but
still
I'm
have a
saying
table,
like from you'll have like the females say like, okay, he needs to have this, this, and then when the question get asked on the like if a guy asks a female that question, I am the table. You know what I'm saying? I'm the tabletop. On the tabletop and the legs. You know what I'm saying? That's what you get. So it's like just hearing all of that and like hearing guys or hearing females, even though my wife wasn't saying that kind of stuff, like hearing that be voiced, and that's what's getting put out so much in like the media of you gotta have this, you start comparing like what you got to what the majority is saying needs to be had by your age, and it's like dang, like if you can't go to the bank and pull out 10 grand by 30, you ain't successful, you know. Like something's wrong. And so like when you try to measure up to those kind of things, it's like in the back of your head you like dang, like I'm not successful. But then after talking with my mom, she made me realize like I am successful. I mean,
and then you're further along than a lot of people.
Than a lot. When you really look at it, like I'm married to a beautiful wife. We're going on 7 years. We got 2 lovely kids. We have a roof over our head. Have a car. We don't want for anything. God's always providing. Our lights on, water's on, food, clothes. You know what I'm saying? We don't have to like. We're not around here like struggling. You know what I mean? Like my family is taken care of. And that in itself is a success.
Yes, it is.
Like I may not be where I want it to be financially, but I'm still further along than most.
And you're still actively moving. It's not like
this ain't
stuck
it.
Right
It's not the floor. So that's my take. But I do feel like I am enough after like doing that evaluation, because it was a question that I had never really thought about out loud. You know, like it's just one of them internal conversations you have with yourself. Because again, social media plays a big part in it.
It does,
because that's what's pushed out. You don't really have too many guys that come on and talk like I have this, and this, so I'm successful. It's more so them trying to meet the standard of what's being presented and pushed. And I'm not Michael B. Jordan. I ain't playing in no movies. I ain't got no record deals. I ain't got none of that. You know what I'm saying? So I can't really look at their life and how they did things and compare myself to them. Everybody's path to get to success is different, and success look different for everybody. So I had to really like think about that and realize that. And
what does success mean to you?
Success.
Like, what do you feel like would be like where you look at something and be like, this is what I prayed for?
Financial freedom, and then just the happiness and well-being of my family. Like being able to a degree, do what we want to do when we want to do it. Like not being bound to one particular like place or thing. Like if we want to take a vacation this week, we can do that, and we're able to, without it affecting like anything else. Not living paycheck to paycheck. Like that would be like success for me. Like my wife having the option to work. If she don't want to work, she ain't got to. But if she want to work, she can do that. Not just everything, subscriptions, all that.
Baby,
auto pay.
That is success right
That's
there.
That's mine right there. That's the top of my list.
Absolutely.
Auto pay.
Nah. I'm paying stuff with Cash App and then locking the card after. But when I tell you, when they put that feature on that, boy, listen here.
But you know who the first one that take everything? Apple.
I know. Apple.
I'm so sick of Apple.
Gonna square up.
I don't even know why Apple taking stuff.
I go back and I calculate. I'm like, I guess you right. I guess you right. When I look at the subscriptions and stuff, I'm like, I guess.
Listen,
but
Apple know when you get paid.
Apple let me breathe, man. Like, hold on. Let me smile.
Listen, Apple know for sure. And then you can't download no apps till you get
that. My nerves. You can't download nothing. You can't even look.
I ain't gonna hold you.
Nothing.
I ain't gonna hold you. I'm gonna say this real quick, and we can move on to the next question. Because recently, right, my mom wanted to do something, and it required me to download the app. Now I had been neglecting paying like this like putting a new card on file because I knew Apple was gonna charge me. I didn't remember how much they was gonna charge me, but I just knew like as soon as I did it, they was gonna hit me because they do it all the time.
They do.
I had somebody send me money on Apple Pay. I didn't even know I had Apple Pay listed as a form of payment. I get a notification, $25 gone. I was like, I just got it. Or like
Apple every time.
I placed the order on Amazon because Amazon bad with like not taking the money out right there. Bro, Apple got it out.
That just happened with you, Tiana.
I placed the order. I said, Quad, Quiet. How long? Because I kept checking it. I said, how long?
Yeah, they take a little minute.
A minute.
They don't do it right there.
Okay.
Listen,
All right.
my Amazon order, I'm expecting it to come the next day. You know, you place an order, you know you got the money in there, and then like, you kind of forget about it a little bit. The next day came, my order still ain't come. So I check, and it's like, oh, you need a new form of payment.
Yeah.
The money was there.
No, it'd be
I go and
it'd
check.
be-
Apple. I said,
Apple.
gosh,
It's always
dog.
Apple.
It'd be
Apple
us
is feeding me
females.
tonight, man.
It'd be us females that check the card after you make the payment. Be like, oh, I still got this much left.
I had it. That's why I asked. I said, hold on.
Oh, I do got enough to get this. Let
I
me
said,
hold
hold
on.
on. Something ain't adding up. I said, quiet. Because I looked at the numbers before I placed this order, the numbers looking like, did it? He's like, no, I ain't gonna touch it. I'll leave it alone.
Yep.
Yeah,
But
that
yeah,
hurt.
We so
Man.
responsible.
Listen, I put that card on file just for my mama. I ain't gonna hold you. I would blow it a little bit because I just knew what was coming.
It's okay, babe.
Apple gonna do it every
Listen,
time.
I put
Apple
that
gonna
card
do it
on there.
every time. Apple do it
Okay,
every
you
time.
didn't want to do it, did you?
I didn't.
Apple
I
do
was
it
trying
every
to avoid it.
time.
But
This
the
on my
thing is,
Cash App.
I did it. This what really got me. I did it. Apple took out like 3 payments, right?
Mm-hmm.
I ain't gonna even say how much it was. They just took out 3 payments.
Mm-hmm.
We ain't end up using the app. Mama changed her mind.
Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah,
So then I was like, you know what?
she would have had to meet me.
Run me my money.
I said, you know what?
Give me my coins.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Apple.
That's
One
so
of these
funny.
days. One of these
Apple.
days.
Auto pay. You on my list. I'm coming after you. Auto pay.
Okay.
Everything's gonna be on auto pay.
Can we say vision board? Let me
Right.
find all them letters in the
That's all-
magazine.
auto pay? That's it. That's all I want.
That's a good goal right there. We love that.
All right. What's the next one? Nikki.
See. All right, next question. How does God define your worth compared to how culture does?
Ooh, that's a
Alright,
good one.
That is.
I didn't even read the question all the way through. When we had it. I didn't read none of them all the way through.
Let's see. I can answer the second part. I think culturally, like what defines your worth is worldly view would be like how much money you have. Like
Okay.
What the fuck?
your worth.
Your
Oh,
assets.
your worth.
Yeah, your worth. Yeah.
Your net worth.
Like credit score,
Yeah.
how much money in the bank.
How many things you have accumulated?
Yeah. What kind of car you drive, what you stay in.
And how
Yeah.
much you can show of it.
Yeah, the clothes you wear. Cause I mean, think about it. Like if we seen somebody pull up in like a Lamborghini, and then they step out with some Balenciagas, True Religion, Louis Vuitton, on. You know what I'm saying? Chain, $2,000 sunglasses, maybe some Cartiers or something. You know what I'm saying?
They
Like,
got it on. They got it on.
Yeah, we like.
Money.
Yeah, they got money. Like, oh, they must be like somebody important because you know what I'm saying. They stepping like that. That would define like worth, like from a worldly view. Like, but God don't look at that kind of stuff because I mean, when you die, you can't take it with you anyway.
Right.
Okay.
So, what do you think would be Tiana for like the that other side? How do you think God
I
defines
was
our
looking
worth?
for that one verse. We are fearfully and wonderfully made. God views us as his children, and I take that literally. Like if I look at, I don't have children, but if I look at Ava and Zoe,
Even Ginger.
it's even
They act the
Ginger.
same.
They do.
My baby don't act
Listen,
like no dog.
hold on. This sidebar. Ava and Ginger
Them big
act
cousins.
just alike.
Yeah.
It's weird. It's
Baby don't act
They
like no
growing
dog.
up together.
they really are. They're the same age.
So your
technically.
dog act like a human.
Yes,
does.
The dog act like a human.
Yeah,
Okay,
Ava don't
thank
act like.
Never don't act like no dog.
She act like who act like who?
But no. So when I hear that, like, or when I picture that God sees us as His children, when I see them, and it's just like they so innocent, especially
Yeah.
when Ava be crying. I'm like,
I don't agree. Sorry. Use the
I feel
dog.
like, oh my goodness. And you just want to go to him. And I feel like that's how God sees us, especially when we're crying out to him. And it's like, that's my child. Like, come here, child.
From an auntie standpoint.
Like, yes.
Yeah.
You know, the great thing about being an auntie, you
can
can give
send
him
them
back.
Not when you
Beautiful.
got a dog. That's yours.
Hey, she's great. Anyways.
she got a cage she could go to.
Anyways,
That's
but yeah,
crazy.
I feel like that's how God sees us, and it's just like, this is my child. Like, you are perfect the way you are. You don't have to change a thing. Like, I feel like God holds us in such a high regard that it's like, this is my child. Like, I created you. I'm like, you are mine. Like, I feel like God has such a, I can't think of the word I'm looking for, but like, he just loves us. Like,
Grace.
he just, in grace, he shows grace and love. That's grace and love. Like, this is my child. And then Pastor TJ, they talked about the prodigal son. Even that moment, him coming back, and it's like, we're not going to talk about you leaving. You know, we're not going to talk about why you left. But I'm happy that you're here. I'm happy that you're back. And I honestly feel like when we do fall short and find ourselves back on track, God is like,
They're celebrating.
yeah, because he said his message today was when the father kept the light on.
Yeah, you left the light on.
Yeah, and I feel like that's God when it comes to us. It's like, oh, they out again, but I'm gonna leave the porch light on. They know
just
they
in
can
case.
come back and stuff. And when we do come back, it's like,
Welcome
good to
home,
see you.
son.
Well, exactly. Welcome home. So glad to see you.
Right.
Yeah.
We ain't gonna talk about what you did.
Right.
Well, I'm just happy you're here.
Yeah.
And that's how I view
That's
it.
good.
Yeah.
We're gonna leave it at that, cause
that's how I view it.
yeah.
Okay.
You
So
got something?
no, I would just say, if anything, like, I think our worth is defined by living in our purpose. Like,
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
that's
Oh,
how,
okay.
you know,
Yeah.
that's how God would view. Like, because when I think about our kids, like, it's not nothing I want for them, except for them to be the best version of themselves that they can be.
Yeah.
So when I think, if God's our father, we're his children, like you just said. So for him, our greatest worth can be just living out the purpose that he set for us.
Yeah.
Like, living out our foot, that wouldn't make him nothing. Like, he probably, whatever purpose he intended for us to have while here on this earth, because everybody's purpose can be different. As long as we live that out to the fullest,
Yeah.
he happy.
Yeah.
Like, cool. Everybody don't have to be millionaires. Everybody don't have to drive a Lamborghini. Everybody don't have to have kids. Whatever purpose he designed for you, you live it out, he gonna be happy. Like, that's your work
Right.
in his kingdom. Like, yeah.
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 I
Like,
agree.
I guess the
Third question.
last question too.
All right.
Let's get her done.
All right. Question number 3. Can you be confident without being arrogant?
Okay.
Who
Now,
wants to answer first?
I think
What is the definition of
I
arrogance?
was definitely
Okay.
say that. And look at
And
definition
confidence.
And
first.
confidence.
I look at confidence.
Okay. Arrogance. Yeah. Or arrogant. Yeah, arrogant, because arrogance is just being arrogant. Like, it's
Just
In the
just-
past.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
You
yeah,
just
yeah.
continue.
going.
Yeah.
You're good.
Arrogant. All right. So arrogant is having or revealing an exaggerated sense of one's own importance or
So fraudulent.
abilities. So basically, yeah.
Reaching.
No, like
Is it not
reaching,
fraudulent?
but-
Read it one more time.
Keep going. Like.
having or revealing an exaggerated.
So,
exaggerated
okay, so
is the key word in
Gassing
this,
yourself up.
Yeah.
Gassing yourself
Well,
up.
not gassing yourself.
that's what I'm
up in
saying.
that
It's,
sense,
but it's
more
not
so
fraudulent
like-
because you're not. Well, it says exaggerated. So that
yeah,
means it's like
exaggerated. So it's like
that's like if I got $10 and it was like, hey, I got $100, but it's really just 10. Or is that just straight lying?
no, that's
No,
lying.
that's lying. It's
What's
like if I got
exaggerated?
$10, y'all, look at this $10 that I got. I got
Okay,
it
like
doing
if you
this.
know you the man,
And
him. If you know you him,
him.
but you constantly,
tell people that you him.
yeah, like you dragging it out,
Like, you know I'm him.
like Himothy, hymology. You know, like if you constantly like just that person that's like, like I'm the great, like,
I'm the greatest of all.
and you refer to
time.
yourself in third person.
Him is him.
Very specific here.
That could
Himothy.
be seen as arrogant,
Okay.
you know.
So
that's a
you're
form of
feeling
arrogance.
yourself a little too much.
Yes.
Or
Because
You're
think about it,
gassing yourself
arrogance,
up.
Yeah.
arrogance would be the
Oh, look,
opposite
you
of
full
being
tank
humble.
here.
Much.
Full tank.
you said
Like,
what?
arrogant would be the opposite of being humble.
Right.
What is a humble person? A humble
so you
person
just walking in a room like you just got it.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I got it.
Like you walk in
And
like,
you know
Him.
you got it.
Like,
now
yeah,
it makes
him.
sense. Yeah, him.
Like, who gonna touch me? Like, who
Like,
gonna,
you walk-
Untouchable.
you walking
Yeah.
in here like, hey, I'm him.
period.
Like, and you better know it. Yeah, recognize.
Like, do you see me?
Listen,
Recognize.
if I ever meet
Recognize.
somebody
You
to
see
that
that?
extent,
You see that
they
car
works better
outside?
show for
I
it.
see you now. Walk away.
You
from
see that car outside? You know,
Cause you're like,
like in the videos when like people pull up in their expensive cars and they like toss the keys to the valet and they be like, "Hey, that's a they be like that's $1 million car. Make sure you take care of that. Drive that over there. Like go put that over there for me." You know what I'm saying? They don't even acknowledge your presence. Just here go the keys. Go park
Yeah.
take
that.
care of my car.
Yeah.
Like,
Okay.
You can't afford to sit in this seat.
Like,
There you
like
go.
you got
Yeah,
you walking
yeah,
like you
yeah,
just
yeah.
you that
Yeah.
guy
And
or
you
Yeah.
can't be me.
woman.
like don't be standing next to me. Why you so close to me? Like this $1 million suit. Like back up. You know what I'm saying? Like, move. Like you can't afford to be next to me.
I'm trying to
Why
think.
you
Have
next
I
to
ever
me?
Can't sit with
experienced
us.
like an arrogant female
I don't
per
think
se? Because I feel like I could picture it as a man. Like arrogant seems very masculine.
Arrogance. It sounds like it's equivalent to bougie
Yes. That's
for
why
a female.
please connect.
I see.
Bouginess and
I see.
arrogance.
You're right. They go hand in
They go
hand.
hand in hand.
I got you. Okay.
But not the cute bougie. The nice nasty bougie. Like
yeah.
the
Mean
nasty
girl.
mean girl. Mean girl.
Okay,
There you
mean
go,
girl. Yeah, I got it.
That's why I'm like,
I got it. Woo. Yeah, we're here. We're all here. Same page. Out the page behind. Okay, confidence is the feeling or belief that one can rely on someone or something. A firm trust. I
Yes.
think that's why people like they got that Godfidence. Have y'all heard that?
No.
Godfidence.
no.
God confidence. They firmly believe
I
like
am fearfully and
That God got
wonderfully
them?
made.
yeah, they got Godfidence.
I do not have any fear.
What about faithfidence? Wouldn't it be?
Faith-
Stop
Confidence.
all of the dits.
Okay, so
All
then
right,
I guess
the
to
question
answer the
is-
question,
yeah.
yes, you can be confident without being
Arrogant.
Arrogant.
Yes.
Yeah.
What's the fine line? And it's one word that I think it is. That is like that one tipping
toe
point.
between.
Right.
Okay.
I think it's boasting.
Okay.
Boast,
Yeah,
being
yeah,
boastful.
Yeah, being
Yeah.
boastful. Always talk about yourself. Like,
I think you said it earlier though. Humbleness.
humble.
Yeah.
Somebody, because I feel like somebody who is just arrogant, they're not gonna come in to do the work. They may sit around and try to boss everybody else around, but they're not gonna actually
Right.
help or put their hands to. They're not gonna come in if the floor need to be. They're not picking up the broom.
Okay.
They're not picking up no
So like
broom.
an example would be like, let's say somebody maybe who started in a company, right?
Yeah.
And let's say they worked their way to like a high position. Like let's say maybe they started as the mailman in the company and then they gradually worked their way up, and like let's say maybe now they answer only to the boss,
Yeah.
so to say. Maybe something's going on within the company where maybe they can provide a helping hand, but because they're now in the position they're in, it's like, that ain't my job. I
I've
ain't
seen
doing
so
that.
many short films like that.
Like, you can do it. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like, I done been there. I ain't touching it. Maybe like that. Like a situation like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I work my way up. You don't
Yeah,
have to
but
work
if
your
you,
way up,
but
too.
a humble
But you're
But
not
what
a
if
team
somebody-
player, though.
Right.
Arrogance is not a team player.
Right.
Like,
Arrogance is about
I'm only
self.
coming here to be your boss and not coming here to help the team.
yeah.
Like, I'm not a part of the team
because
no
we've
more.
seen it. Though,
I am the
even
team.
with certain
Just keep
positions. I don't know how to word it. I don't wanna, you know, with certain positions, once they get in this role, they have a
struck.
high-mindedness. Yeah, and they get real power struck, and it's like, I'm here now. I'm big dog. I'm
Yeah.
the
Let me
head
roar.
person in charge. Like,
Yeah.
we've seen it. We've definitely seen that arrogance.
But see, that's what happens too. Like arrogant leaders don't make great leaders,
Right.
because they're people nobody wants to follow.
Exactly.
What makes a great leader is somebody who's humble enough and confident enough
Yeah.
to be able to both have done the work and still do the work.
How do you have humbleness and confidence? How can you be humble without being a pushover? How can you be confident without being not arrogant, but being too assertive or too strong-minded? Like,
I think
how
that just
do
come
you
with-
balance that?
With the crowd or the group of people you work with.
Learn the
Like,
people
Yeah.
that are closest to you.
Yeah,
Learn the people
like-
around you.
Because think about it, great leaders build a great team. So you know them. The Bible say, "Know them that labor among you." So when you build that team, you built that team based on certain qualities and things that you saw in a person, and leaders are also able to pull out those qualities
Right.
in people. And then too, you got to think about it. Like once you are around somebody enough, like what's at the top trickles down to the
Yeah.
bottom.
But then too, we learned a while ago. I don't remember how long ago this was. Like some people, when they give their all, that may be the size of a
pint.
cup, of
A
Yep.
pint. And then you got some people when they give their all, that's a jug. That's a
Yeah.
you got a 10-gallon.
Yeah.
And it's just the difference. And then being a leader, knowing those people, knowing their strengths and their weaknesses, that's
Yeah,
where
true.
you learn.
But yeah.
They're only gonna give me a pint, so I
And
need
that's
to
what
make
the,
sure I put them in a pint position
Yep.
so that they grow there. They can grow there,
Yep.
just at the pint size.
at the capacity that they
Yeah,
are
exactly.
at. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that's, I mean, again, that goes with being a great leader and being like a humble leaders don't have to tell you that they in charge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They what's the word? Exude confidence.
Yeah.
And like you just know.
Like you know.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's why I say that's how I feel about him. Like I don't have to say I'm him.
You should never
You
have
would
to say
know
you're him.
it
Yeah.
by my actions.
Everyone else
And
would
just
tell you
when
you're him.
you would
Yeah.
just know. Yeah.
Like-
or not even. You would just know. Like
Yeah, like I didn't gotta say it. Like other people say it for me. Not saying
Other
me
people
specifically.
confirm that I'm
Just,
him.
yeah, just in general.
Yeah.
And I don't have to hear it either. Like
yeah,
nobody has
that's
to tell, I'm not
confidence.
looking for nobody to
Because
tell
you do
me
have
you
some
him.
people that looks for that.
You do.
Yes.
Like, I want
That
you to compliment
validation.
me,
You
or
do.
they'll hold the walk in and be like, "You see this ring?" And want you to say that that's a nice ring.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, I love
Yeah.
when that happens.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
Like,
straight.
I mean, I know people personally
People
who's
humble.
like,
Don't we all?
like if you don't tell me like I'm him, like you referring to yourself like I'm him. Like I'd be like, when you think about the greats, right? A lot of the greats don't say they're great, like they're great.
Yeah.
Other people, they're great because other people said they're great.
Right.
I mean, yes, they're good at what they do, but they're not the ones that was like, I'm the GOAT. No,
Yeah.
no. People
I
called
feel like
them the
people
GOAT.
do that though in the mirror. Like it's a certain group of people.
Well, yeah, you know, it can be
They
like
have
self
to be
motivation.
like,
You know,
yeah,
like,
but they
like-
need that push. They need that self
To each his own.
push.
Yeah, I mean, listen, if you have to
I'm
wake up
him.
in the mirror and that's
Say
how
it
you
with me,
motivate
him.
you.
Say it with me, him.
But as long, you know, but what you do, as long as you know, if that gets you what you need in private, that's
the day
cool.
going. Yeah.
But,
But keep
out
it
in,
in the mirror.
public, you going to everybody. Hey,
Hey.
I'm him. Say it with me.
You're
I'm
him. I'm in charge.
H-I-M.
Say it loud. I'm him and I'm proud. Say it with me.
Oh yeah, I mean that's a certain group. I feel like we all know
People like that.
People like that.
Yes.
It's just
Yes.
yeah.
We love them where they at.
We still
Yes.
show love.
We
You have
do.
to.
You
I
got
will not
to.
call you him, but I'm gonna still show you
Please.
love. I'm gonna show you
Sir,
love.
what's your name?
I feel like, you know, it's just like the him title.
But you know who
Is
I
earned.
can say is him, who's never said that they're him, but they aggravate me to my core. It's Brucey. Because
Bruce?
he aggravates me so much so I talk about him outside of the game. And I'm like, this boy
Every
is
day,
a
though.
genius.
Bruce is in
Yeah.
our conversations every
Yeah.
single day.
Yes, he is a genius, and you don't have to tell him that he is a genius because he already know. And
But he
he's
probably
gonna-
don't even think that about himself.
He does. You know how I know? This boy said,
No, Brucey.
I was number one in the whole world.
Period. And he was.
And he was. And
But he was humble
proved
with it.
He was.
He
He's
was
very,
the humblest person.
He's very humble. He's very. That's one person
Yeah,
that I
that's true.
know
That's
that I can
true.
say like he's him in a certain category.
Capacity,
He
yeah.
is him, and he never says it.
Nope.
Yeah.
Never says
You'll
it.
never know unless you
All he
ask
say
him.
is good game. He start chaos.
Loser.
He start chaos.
I ain't gonna hold you, because if I was number one in like the titles of games that he was like top in, oh yeah, I'm getting on the game. I'm talking.
I would have been viral by now.
I am talking trash.
When I tell you,
you not gonna hear the end of it.
The Lord knows who to give it to.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
It's not that time. Right. Go ahead.
Let me do the outro. All right. Y'all see the paper, so that means I still ain't got it memorized, but it's okay.
That's all right.
All right. Let me get my radio voice on. Thanks for tuning in to Listen Up Legacy.
You did.
Yes,
Keep
I
going,
did.
Keep going.
Very
Where
white.
we don't. Where we
Luther
don't.
Vandross?
You like it though, don't you?
Don't play.
Where we did.
Because it's not you, him, sir. Timothy.
All right, thanks for tuning in to Listen Up Legacy, where we don't just talk, we build. Remember, guys,
Period.
legacy isn't about age, status, or perfection. It's about living with intention, purpose, and faith right
I didn't
now.
want to laugh.
All right, so listen, this week, again, we challenge you guys to say something, do something, or be someone that makes a difference, not just today, but for generations to come. Until next time, keep living, keep growing, and keep leaving a legacy worth listening to. We love you guys, and thank you guys for tuning in. Don't forget to share this video, like, comment, and subscribe.
Wait, how many weeks you say you going to have that down?
I didn't give a number.
He didn't.
I
He
thought
didn't
you
give a
said-
number.
No, I didn't. So nobody can
He
hold
said
me
I'm not
accountable.
giving a number.
Oh,
Yeah.
Nobody can hold me accountable today.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. We
Bye,
love y'all.
See y'all
Bye.
next time.
Yeah, I'm saved and I'm blessed. I done been put to the test. Pass, now it's on to the next. Tell me who you gon' check. Bossed up, sign the checks. Careful so you don't wreck.